All right, boys and girls, welcome back to the channel, and we have another review for you. And this might be the shortest video I have ever made, and that's including the one that I made when I broke my leg, and it was like 14 seconds that I posted on Facebook, and everybody went. This is going to be a speed review of the GodHand resin nippers. I'm going to drop it down the table. I'm going to show you what comes in the package, and I'm going to let you know, did they work? Did they not work? And are they worth $60? These, of course, were sent over and provided by Galactic Toys for me to review. And it doesn't matter whether they're a free product or I paid for them. I'm going to give you guys my honest thoughts every time I purchase something. There's no point in sugarcoating it. Even if it's a piece of crap and I tell you it's good and you buy it and you're disappointed, you're still going to come back at me and go, Dave, you're a freaking liar. This was a piece of crap. Why sugarcoat things? Why? So without further ado, let's jump down. Let's do this, get it over with. Boy, I said let's get down to this and get it over with like I was just done and I was ready to go, didn't I? It's not quite that bad. It's not that bad, but it's pretty bad. So if you guys watch my live stream that I did on Friday, we ended up separating out the Cassatria, and I tested these on some nasty resin parts. And I don't mean like nasty, like it says less than 3mm resin sprue on here. And I did some that were 1, I did some that were 2, I did some that were 3, and I did some that were like 9 and 10mm. It got through them, but it wasn't pretty. So here's what the front side of the packaging looks like. Here's what the back side of the packaging looks like. I know, it's glary. They use really freaking shiny because, well, it sells, okay? All right, getting these out of the package, we're just going to slide it out. Slide it out. Maybe. No info on the inside. There's that. Get that out of the way. You have your GodHand nippers, and I'm pretty sure these had a plastic thing over, but I don't know where it is. It's probably in the trash can. You do get your fake leather little pouch thing to go over. I usually, if I'm completely honest, I throw these away. I don't even keep these. I have a rack over there, and it sits in there just like this, along with all the others. That being said, this is going to be a February giveaway to one of my members. I am not saying that these are completely useless. They are double-bladed GodHand nippers, and I believe the model number is the GH-RCN-120. Again, these are intended for resin. They say resin on here. What I ended up finding, the best way to describe it, because I can't get that close with a camera to show you. It would cut, and it would get to about here, and then it just seemed like it tore it. Like it seemed like it ripped out the piece, and it didn't really matter whether I did it on plastic or resin. I did it slow, I did it fast. I used my new MadWorks nippers that I've been using for about a month, and as you guys know, for a long time I've been using these Vulcans, and then I switched over to these MadWorks. He was nice enough to send over these MadWorks, and I have been using these religiously since. These on the same resin pieces, and this is only a single bladed, actually cut clean all the way through the resin piece. So that being said, these are not worth the $60, like flat out. I hate to say this, the owner of a Galactic may get mad at me, and if he does, it is what it is. I do not feel that these are worth $60. I understand that people love the GodHand brand. I have a pair of GodHands that are over here. These ones, these are the SPN-120s, and they are for plastic. I purchased these, I don't know how many years ago, and within like 2 or 3 pieces, the blade side, probably about a millimeter and a half of the tip just snapped, like just sheared off. And I was being careful. I wasn't even cutting anything thick. I didn't drop them. I didn't do anything like that. So I ground down the other side with a grinder to try and match it. And I use them once in a while, but they sit over here on the rack. I am not a, how do I put it and be discreet? A whore? I am not a whore when it comes to brands. I will use cheap brands. I will use expensive brands. You want to talk about expensive? I have these Volk snippers here, and I think these were like $65. Like, these were expensive. They're also worth it. But sometimes you don't get what you pay for. Don't buy these if you're just buying for the brand. If you think that these are going to work good for you and you really want to try them out, feel free. This has been an honest review of them. As a resin modeler, I don't feel that they do the best work. I also had an issue with, they advertised that you can get really up close and nip them down even with the part. I actually got closer with the GodHand ones than I did with these. It just wouldn't get down. I don't know what it was. It just wouldn't get down to the surface with that cut. And there were times that I tested with these, and then I went back over with these and pulled off a chunk more to get it level where these wouldn't end up doing it. It just seems like these have more bite and they'll get in there better. Technically, $60, $24. You use my code Starshadow, it's less than $24. You could pick up 2 of these, have one just for resin, one just for plastic, and you would still be ahead of this one. And yes, there's a freaking cat hair tickling my nose. If you're friend of the streams or anything like that, you already know my maniac personality and cat hair freaking everywhere. I will see you guys all in the next video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, click the like, click the subscribe, leave a comment down below how much you hate me for trashing on GodHands. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.